Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another furry feature on Echolocaution. This is going to be part 2 of this, which is going to be kind of a wrap-up slash extra sort of thing we're going to be doing. A lot of people didn't watch part 1, and that's a shame. I hope more people watch this part. I bet they will, because I have an idea for the thumbnail. This is a game, if you didn't catch this is a game where you play as a bunch of cute bats. You go through a level kind of like a shoot 'em up, except for you're not so much shooting things, you're trying to collect bugs and try to get a good high score while avoiding a bunch of stuff that wants to eat you. So it's a pretty neat little game. Honestly, it's very charming, very well put together, very polished, very cute. So it's a shame so many people missed it, but maybe more people catch this one, because it's worth looking at. If you didn't catch part 1, do consider watching that as well for the full gameplay loop. We're not going to be playing the game per se today. We're going to be checking out extra content and pointing out a few things I discovered along the way in between part 1 and 2 here. Of course, before we begin, if you like the video, do think about giving a like. If you haven't subscribed yet, think about doing that as well. But if you really want to help out, think about coming over to Twitch. We're trying to reach a partner, but we need more viewers to do it. So if you want to come by, whether to lurk or to talk, think about doing so, because it does make a big difference, and we'd honestly love to have you. We also have a pretty cool Discord community if you want to check that out. I have a Ko-fi link if you want to help directly monetize my content, and I have a merch store if you want to buy some cool stuff. Links in the description, and you can check them out at your leisure. Every view literally does help, and I will notice if new people show up, so I'll say hi if I can. But anyways, let's hop back into the game. We basically 100%ed it last time, but I messed around a little bit off stream after part 1 to figure out some stuff. Let me go into the cave. Let's go home. So here in the cave, you can look at all the things you've collected over the course of the game. You can talk to all the characters. And as I just accidentally demonstrated, if you hover near a ceiling, you can land on it. This is one thing I didn't actually realize last time, and it's actually kind of important for something. You can also land on the ground, but that's less interesting. Now, there's a ton of polish in this game, so there's like little animations and stuff like that. If we go over here, I feel like this wasn't here last time. I guess this thing moves around a bit. There's a secret cave over here. Last time we were here, we found a few statues, because I had gotten really good times with certain characters, or gotten really good scores with certain characters, but we didn't really understand how the statues worked. You might notice they're all teal now, and they have a statue for every single one. It wasn't like this before. It was just like a few golds and silvers and stuff. But the way it works, basically, you might look at these numbers, too, if you watch part 1. You might go, wait a minute, something seems a little off there. So I kind of cheated with, like, Cheat Engine. But basically, the way this works is, as far as I can tell, I think you get a bronze statue if a character gets 100 bugs at a level, 200 bugs means a silver statue for him, and 300 bugs means a gold. However, if you beat both stages with a character with 300 bugs, or 300 score rather, I should say, then you get this platinum statue? I don't know what you'd call this. It's more of teal. It's kind of, but yeah, that's like the ultimate statue for every character. And this is what this room is for. Basically collecting higher quality statues for each character, and I totally cheated it because while I could definitely feasibly achieve it with some of the bats, every single one of them has a different skill set, and I most certainly could not have done it with every single one of them because some of them are just really hard for me to play. So I decided to cheat, get them all a crazy score. Diamond, yeah, more or less diamond. Anyways, the point of this room, as you can see, I have though through cheating, I have completed every task here. So you think that something would appear in the middle, because the middle platform's kind of obvious, right? Like something's supposed to be going on here. Well, yeah, something does go on. And I don't know if you need all golds or all platinums to do this. It might just be all golds, but here. Croissants, I can see that, actually. Yeah, this game is absolutely adorable. I'm surprised less people watched the video than I expected. I honestly thought the part 1 video would blow up a little bit because, I mean, wait, did COVID make everyone hate bats or something? Maybe that's why. I don't know. Bats are great. I don't know. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Funny thing is, you could also do this. Sadly, this is all you get. As far as I can tell, for getting gold and above statues, you get celebration. But that's all you get. You don't get anything else besides that. So that, given that that's all you get, I think that's kind of cute. But I'm glad I cheated that rather than trying really, really hard. Because I wanted to know what would happen. I wanted to know if we would unlock something cool. But, I mean, that's what you get, right? To be fair, though, that's quite a task. So if it gave you too big of a reward, then that would be kind of block off players from enjoying it. So, a lot of players from enjoying it, so. That is a problem. That is the problem. I don't know how to solve that problem. So, fun fact, every bat in the game is actually a different species. It's just like a big old adoptive home for bats, basically, where we are. And last time we went through all the collection messages at the end. Every single bat reacts to the collection items we discovered. Like, we can select the bat in the character select, go to the collection, and then have their reactions, their specific reactions on each one. Every bat has their own personality. There's quite a few of them. They each have their own abilities as well, so. This is just a general overview for those that missed part 1. Those who caught part 1 know all this already. This one's a ghost bat. He can turn invulnerable by going invisible. This one's a Halloween bat. Redeem Tunker. Let's see here. What do we got?
Congrats on getting the highest possible score, you overachiever. You're over a cheater. Ha ha ha!
Tengu. I like Tengu a lot. These are 2 bats that play as 1. And Madara is your romancer character. And this is the Moon Bat. Moon Princess Bat, basically. Since you guys missed the game, since a lot of you guys missed part 1, I'll go ahead and well, actually, I can show you guys. When we're slugging over the bats, you can see also the scores. So, you can see how I cheated. And my normal scores are the ones that are in the 200s and 300s. The cheat scores are the ones that pass 1,000. But I personally did manually beat the final boss with every single character, just in case that did something. Spoiler, it did nothing. But it does unlock a time for each of them, so I felt complete, if nothing else. There actually is something to show off for the final boss, though, so I will actually go back there. We basically discovered everything in the Forest of Town, but there is one thing I completely missed with Mornmare. So let's go ahead and fight the final boss. I say final boss, but it's really the only boss, too. Best song of the game, by the way. Yes, it's a Kirby boss. It's a nightmare, basically. So the trick of this game is that you can use echolocation to know where danger is, as you can see. Without that, I don't know where things are coming after me from. Ow. Ah. You do heal by eating enough bugs, which is helpful. Shoot. I knew that was going to hit me. The objective here is to collect enough bugs to fill up the star meter. I should be comboing. It's faster, actually. That's one thing I wasn't sure about before. Combos do get you more. There. And yes, it's basically 0 from Kirby. Now, the whirlwind ability is to be push bugs and combo them better, basically. I'm not actually great with this character, but they're a cool character all the same. If you get a combo going, you can make a lot more points. And, in this case, you get a lot more on the star meter. I am a bit rusty. It's been a couple weeks since I played. Also, you can only do combos if you've done your echolocation. You know, I just realized I've never actually... Though it's actually kind of tricky, I've never actually lost the final boss fight. Not sure what happens if you do. I assume just a normal game over screen. But I should actually check that. Not this run, hopefully. I say hopefully because the thing I'm going to show you happens at the end of the boss fight. Oh god. Not yet, not yet, not yet. Okay, fine. I guess we'll do it here. So, one thing I didn't figure out about this final boss. This isn't a cutscene. This is phase 2. I might lose. It requires precise timing. You must do a parry, basically. Like that. So I thought that was a cutscene the first time, because I literally perfect parried the boss on phase 2 the first try. Which made me think that that was a cutscene. The whole hitting the last hit thing. But it wasn't. I was just panicking, and I hit the dash button at the right time to perfect parry. So I thought it was a cutscene, because I didn't realize that was actually gameplay. I finally got the level's name is. It's Moon... Yeah, it's bats don't have nightmares, they have mornmares. Yeah, exactly. Because they go to bed in the morning. Now, I doubt it will be... I don't... Like, we've seen the game over screen for every bat, but I do wonder if Nightmare... Or rather, Mornmare Game Over perhaps leads to a different result. So let's see. Should be easy enough to do. All I have to do is not succeed. There. Yeah, okay, it's the same. So, failed. I think it said failed last time. It was quite late when we beat part 1, so I didn't bother to look at one thing. I skimmed it and let people read it if they wanted to. but I kind of feel like I want to read it now. I didn't read the bios of all the things, all the characters, all the entities. Now, what's interesting about the bios is not only is that there's a description of each of the characters, but it also describes scientifically what each species of bat is, because every single one of them is a different species. They're actually all based on an actual physical bat that exists in real life, so that's kind of neat. Hina here is I'm also going to look up the non-scientific names of each one, because I'm kind of curious what those are. They only give the science names. So let's see. Vespertilio sinensis. The Asian particolored bat. Hina, the standard vanilla character, is a Asian particolored bat. The brown tips of their fur are a mix of white hair, giving them a marbled appearance. By listening to the echoes of ultrasonic waves, they can accurately determine the location of obstacles of food and themselves. Hina was picked up by Mom when he was too hungry to fly and couldn't move. Anxious, a little bit scared, and still learning how to hunt, Hina is determined to do their best to become a great bat. Yeah, let's learn a little bit more today. Wait, I just realized something. There's a button here. Change animation. Let's see here. Oh, look at that. We can go through all their sprite animations. I didn't actually notice this last time. Alright, what about Ohiki? What is he? I'm gonna look up his science name. Tatarita Insignis. I am bad at reading. By the way, I'm bad at reading science names. Okay. The East Asian free-tailed bat. Free-tailed. Why is it free? They have sturdy wings from double joints that are optimized for high altitude flight, and their tail is so long it extends beyond the wings. Oh, they have a really long tail. I guess that's why they're called free-tailed. Beyond the wings membrane. They get their name from the way their tails trail behind them when they walk. Okay. Ohiki is at the age where he wants to be cool in everything he does. He puts up with a lot and acts cool because he's the oldest sibling. But maybe it's because he's lonely that he takes such good care of his siblings. He's kind of the cool guy character if you didn't watch part 1. Alright, what's next? Oh yeah, let's actually go through the animations of him. Smug. Sad. So Usagi here is a Plechiatus auritus. Alright, let's type that in. Okay. The brown long-eared bat. Okay. Slower in flight. That makes sense given the ears. Slower in flight than other species, these bats rely more on sight than sound, despite their large, rabbit-like ears. Okay. Hey, would you guys like to see real photos of each bat? Actually, I should probably be showing those. Let's do that. That's more fun that way. Because I'm looking this up on Google, and Google's like, here, have a picture of each one. So, let me show you guys what I got. So, for Hina here, this is the... Okay, here we go. Asian particolored bat. They look like this in real life. Yeah, like the Craigley tooth. They're kind of wide. And then went for, let's see. Oh, went too far. So Tarita Insignis. Let me type that in. I can't spell. There we go. Oh, this one doesn't give me an immediate picture. How rude. Here you go. The Eastern Asian free-tailed bat. Apparently they have a long tail. That picture doesn't show it very well. Okay, that one does, though. It's a kind of small picture, but I can see the tail. It's just creatures of the night. I don't think any bat is really vicious, per se. Though people have definite problems with bats sometimes. So what about Usagi? The Plecos. Okay, let me type that in. Again. There we go. This is the brown long-eared bat, and they look like this. It will take me a second to show each picture, so. Oh, a raid! Hello, Ada the Invada. You're living up to your name. And also, welcome, raiders. So yeah, they have long ears. Look at that. That is a true statement. Despite the long ears, they don't really. They rely more on sight than sound. I wonder why they have big ears then. Decoration. All right, next up is Obake, the Oclidurus albus. Oclidurus. Why do science names have to be hard to say? Who decided that they need to be hard to say? I don't really get that. I guess scientists just want to feel smart. Oh my god. So, Obake is the ghost bat. I did not realize how fucking precious this creature is. This is the northern ghost bat. I'm sorry. Holy shit. I love him. I like Obake too as well, but like the real bat, also love. That's adorable. It looks like a gremlin in just the best of ways. Gremlin face. They got the face very accurate to the character, I'd say. This is actually one of the... I'd say this character most matches... So far, this character most matches his actual real-life counterpart. So, they have soft white fur and translucent pink wings. When they share their food, they sing in a voice unique to their species. By the way, everything above this line is an actual real-life entry on the bat. Everything below it is about the character. So this is a real-life entry. They actually sing in a voice... They actually sing when they share food. That's adorable. So Obake is the youngest of the children and has a transparent white body. His voice is also a crystal clear soprano voice. He's surprised by the slightest thing and has a habit of hiding his presence. He thinks Ohiki is the coolest bat in the world and admires him. And also, let me change the animations. If you don't mind, there we go. His sad animation is just a tantrum and I love it. Actually, did I show Asagi's animations? I don't think I did. Alright, so. What does singing bats even sound like? I mean, probably a little screeches sounds. So, then we got Hollow here, who is a Caravula picta. Alright, let me type that one in. Let's see here. Caravula picta. Painted bat. Oh my, I see why he has a Halloween vibe in game. He's the spooky guy. So here's the painted bat. My goodness, it's just a pumpkin. It's like pumpkin colors. That's really vibrant. So, also known as the Halloween bat due to their black wings and orange fingers, not to mention orange bodies, these bats use a large interfemoral membrane between their legs and tail, like a net, to catch bugs. Huh. So, they basically catch bugs into their, like, thigh area. That's really weird. But I guess that works so that you can, like, squish them with your thighs and then, like, bring them up to your mouth, I guess. Cheetos! They have a Cheeto color, this is true. Hollow is a glutton with a huge appetite. He's bold enough to eat anything he finds. He does not display much emotion, and his age and origin are still a mystery. He has both a childlike curiosity and an adult, mature outlook. Yes, every collection reaction he has is, how can I eat this? So, Tengu. This is probably my favorite bat. Honestly, I like his personality. Let's find out what he's based on. So he is. Let's see. Karina? Is that a K? Karina Ryanus. God damn it. Names are hard. So let me see here. Okay, here we go. So, this one, that's an M. Yeah, that is an M. The font is a little weird. So, This is the Asuri tube-nosed bat. Tube-nosed bat. The description reads, their long nose makes their face look like a traditional Tengu mask. Their fur is long and woolly. They have also been observed hibernating in the snow, with their breathing and heartbeats almost stopped. Hibernation's weird. Tengu was born in the snowy mountains, which makes sense given the description. In order to hide his fragile personality, he wears a mask to intimidate enemies. When he wears it, he goes berserk and becomes a wild, fierce hunter. He doesn't remember much afterwards. He's got kind of a dual personality thing going on. It's kind of neat. Yeah, I kind of like that. So they took the Tengu look. And also, given that people thought it looks like a Tengu, I'm almost certain this comes from... Let's see where it's located regionally. Yep. It is Asia, I believe. Let's see. And Japan? Actually, kind of both. If you're curious where it exists, here. A little bit of both. Northern Japan, hence the snowiness, as well as part of, I believe that's... I don't know, actually. I think that's China. I'm bad at geography. But, let's see here. Once again, cute in a gremlin sort of way. Next bat. Yama. Yes, Yama. So he's the big one. Which I assume means he's going to be a big bat when I search him up. So let's see here. We got... Nyctilus Aviator. Well, I know how to say aviator. Finally, a word I know. So this is the bird-like noctule. The bird-like noctule. That is such a weird... that's such a weird non-science name. That is its non-science name. Bird-like noctule. Okay. One of the largest insect-eating bat species that even eats small birds on occasion. The frequency of their ultrasonic waves is lower than that of other bat species, so they can be heard by the human ear. Oh, that's kind of interesting. It's like more gremlin energy, but look at that snoot. That is a big snoot. Even eats small birds. Yeah, it's quite impressive, actually. Bird-like? Yes, he does like birds. Thanks for asking. So when Yama was injured and couldn't fly anymore, Kitty saved him. Since then, he has been working with her to return the favor. He has a serious personality that doesn't take jokes well. And, I forgot to share animations with Tengu again. Though we did just see them, because I was playing as them, but... As for Yama... There's his. As for Kitty, I don't know why they're named Kitty, but maybe we'll find out with the science terminology. So what do we have here? That's a big word. Let's see. Crassionicterus Thonglongai. I don't know. Oh, making me say these words. Why are you guys doing this to me? This thing I have chosen to do voluntarily. Alright. Oh, that's why they're named Kitty. Because their non-science name is Kitty's hog-nosed bat. Well, I don't know who Kitty is, but I'm surprised they own an entire species. So this is the Kitty's hog-nosed bat. Oh my god, look at the size of this thing. Look at the head. Also known as the bumblebee bat. So... one of the world's smallest mammals, measuring only 3 centimeters and weighing only 2 grams. They are characterized by their pig-like nose and lack of a tail. And also the fact they're freaking tiny, for that matter, but you know. I like how their size is not referenced whatsoever in their name. Their nose is more interesting than their size, I guess. Looks like a pig. It's like 2 centimeters tall. Yeah, it looks like a pig. Kitty looks like a baby, but her actual age is unknown. She and Mom are old friends, so though she and Yama have only known each other for a short time, they have quickly grown closer. Sometimes they argue, but that is also a sign of trust. Let me go through their animations. And they share the same. Yeah, Yama and Kitty share the victory animation. And now we go to Malo's favorite here. When you name a species, you often have it named after someone or something. It's really usually named after yourself. Yeah, like That is kind of... Maybe it was dedicated to somebody named Kitty? I don't know. Also, 1 second. Kitty was the explorer that found the bat. Okay. So, Madara here, their species name, or their scientific name is... Eudurma? Okay. That font makes it really hard to tell if that's an M or not. It is. Mecatulum. Okay. So, a much more logical name is to simply refer to them as the spotted bat. The spotted bat is... Oh, wait, it says their name right there! This is the one entry that actually gives you the common name. Alright. The spotted bat is considered to be one of the prettiest bat species in some areas. Its name comes from the 3 distinctive white spots on its back. But it has very large light pink ears that can be folded when it rests. As for Madara himself... So yeah, I definitely see... It definitely has a fluffy moth vibe. I definitely agree with that. Alright, let's see here. Something about skin? Yeah, like no, that would be epiderm. Well, derma. Yeah, actually, derm does mean skin. So you have a point there. So, Madara here is an elegant bat that never misses a grooming session. He hates appearing vulnerable and acts tougher than he really is. Madara joined Mom after falling in love at first sight, but who knows if his feelings will reach her. Casanova right here. And then we have the last playable bat, Kaguya. Oh, wait, hold on. Animations. Boop. 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 Spin. I love his lose animation. He looks so taken aback. So, Kaguya is, she has Moon Princess vibes. Like, I think that was the point, that she's basically like a Moon Princess, but a bat. So let's see what her science names and common name gives us. So we have Nyotis frater. That's kind of surprisingly short for a science name. Alright, I'll take it. Oh, okay. This bat is not very popular or common because I don't get automatic pictures with this bat. So let's see here. The fraternal Myotis is apparently what it is. The fraternal... So basically, yeah, Myotis and frater means fraternal, I guess. This name makes sense. This science word makes sense to me. Let's take a look here. So I'll just get some pictures. It seems like the Moon Princess vibe is not that unusual. Take a look at this. Here's pictures of them. And one of them is just random Moon Princess lady. It was first found in a bamboo grove and named after the legends of Princess Kaguya. Bats for the Myotis family have a lanceolate tragus and long hind limbs. What the hell is a tragus? I'm not even sure. Kaguya. I have so much trouble saying Kaguya. It's not exactly an uncommon Japanese word, and I mess it up every time I say it. I'm sorry. It's just one of those ones I stumble on. But as for her, she's a calm... I don't know why I said attractive. Oh, it says attracted right there. I mean, maybe she's attractive. She's a Moon Princess. I bet she's attractive. Anyways, she's a calm, easygoing, and polite young bat who is attracted to strange things. A bit of a klutz, she's often chased by bugs and may not realize leaves have fallen on her head. How klutzy. She strongly believes in the folklore of her hometown and dreams of visiting the moon. So yeah, the bat's based on a Moon Princess, so she just is a Moon Princess. Here's her animations. I like her little clap when she wins. She actually claps to the music that kind of plays with the other bats clapping. Did we watch Hal's? Did I miss Hal's animations? Here's Hal's animations if you didn't see them. Dead. His loss is just dead. Alright, that's all the playable bats, but that's not all the bats. So let's talk about Mom, shall we? Let's talk about your mom. So Mom is Acerodon jubatus. Okay then. How about Acerodon? That sounds like a dinosaur. Oh, it's an Acerodon. They fought the Triceratosaurus once. I don't know. But, oh, okay. So there's a reason listen, Mom's the one that a lot of people like, and I kind of get it because they are a giant golden-crowned flying fox. And if you ask me what my general favorite subspecies of bat is, it's the flying foxes. I like flying foxes. So, they are a species of fruit eaters who cannot use echolocation, but compensate with large eyes, small ears, great sight, and a cute sense of smell. They are also called flying fox because of their facial features. Though, yes, specifically, she's not just a flying fox, she is a giant golden-crowned flying fox. Which also explains why she's bigger than everybody else, because she's one of the giant flying foxes. Mom is like a mother to little bats. She wraps them in a hug with her large wings and fluffy fur. It was her dream to have a big family. Even now, whenever she sees a lonely bat, she takes it home. She basically just adopts bats because she's a mom. She also has animations, which, let's take a look at these. She doesn't have as many. She just kind of sits around usually. But she does fly. Sometimes. And she can't eat bugs, so everyone else eats bugs. Oh, that's a good point. So he's just like, oh, that's actually really wholesome when you think about it, because she's like helping them learn how to hunt and stuff, despite the fact that that doesn't benefit her in the slightest. She's just helping them out. Yep, there we go. Let's move on to the next bat. The last set of bats. These little guys hang around they give you the tutorial and they hang around and they're just in the cave. So we have the Shirohara. And what are they? Well, let's take a look. So their side's name is Ectophila alba. Ectophila alba. That's probably how you say it. And they are officially, oh my god, I kind of figured they look cute given their sprite. The Honduran white bat. Here they are in a leaf pile. That's adorable. Oh, that's... See, the Shirohara, they aren't playable. They don't go out and go after bugs. So that makes sense. They stay in and just give you tips because they're not interested in bugs. They just eat fruit. And they are bat communities. That's why there's a whole bunch of them, too. Because there's not just one Shirohara. It's not the name of one of them. There's a whole bunch in the cave. So I guess they are a collective, kind of. Their bodies are white and round like dumplings. I agree with that. They use their claws to pull large leaves together to form a roof over their heads and sleep in groups. They are one of the only small species to have a fruit-based diet. Huh. I guess most of the smaller species of bats eat bugs, but they don't. It's kind of weird, though. I wonder why that is. It feels arbitrary, almost. They make leaf tents. That's very cute. So, Shirohara usually form groups of one male and several females, but these ones are triplet brothers. Okay, there's 3 specifically in the cave. They are often seen together, but no one knows how long they have been living here. They like cheerful music. They are skilled with their hands and make all kinds of things. Neat. Alright. Bigger bats need to eat more because size. Well, no, what I consider arbitrary is like, why is it that smaller bats typically go after bugs? Because fruit feels just as viable to a small bat as bugs, right? Like, it all depends on how they, genetically bred and evolved, but I wonder why most small bats don't eat fruit. Because I feel like that's just as viable as a food source as bugs. But, just a random thought. So, and then we have, well, this is not a bat, but we can go and find out exactly what type of owl this is. Let's see. So what's the side's name here? This is Silent Feather, the threat in the first level. They are a Strix aluco. Strix aluco. That's just... Yeah, I've heard of that. Yeah, okay. I think I heard that science word before. And I definitely have seen this bat before. This is specifically a tawny owl. In contrast to bats, which use their highly developed ears to see the world, these bats have special... these bats have special eyes... These bats have special eyes? I can't tell if that's a misspelling or if that's just how the bats see the birds. Like, oh my god, it's a bigger bat and it wants to eat me. I don't know. Like, maybe that's just how the bats write it. I don't know. But these birds have special eyes that are sensitive to even the weakest light and hunt with them. In addition, their wings have a special structure that allows it to fly with terrifying silence. Special eyes. They do have special eyes. They're also... I like the name Tawny, too. Tawny Owl. I don't know. It's kind of simple, but it's like really easy to remember. The natural enemy of the bats in the forest. In the same way that bats capture insects, they also have to do things in order to survive. I like how that's written to not like... I mean, like, this is your antagonist for the first level. But I like how that's written as in a... But they're not really evil sort of way, right? They're just trying to eat, too. Sharp claws. Let's see exactly... Okay. I'm going to assume... Felis sylvestris catus. Is that just domestic house cat, or are we going to go with, like, a breed? Let's see. Just cat. Yeah, that's just the official name for... Why is cat so complicated? The science name for cat is very long, but it's just for the cat. Like, that's it. I didn't realize I thought it was just Felis catus. I didn't realize there was a whole Sylvestris. Oh, Sylvestris. No wonder there's Sylvester the cat. I didn't even think about that. Yeah. So, they have a reflector behind their retina, which allows them to see in the dark. They can retract their claws to keep them sharp, ready for an opportunity to strike. A beast awaits the bats as they head out into town. They ambush them from the high above and attack them in groups. If the bats are attacked by their sharp claws, they won't come out intact. Very true. Wait, hold on. Can I do animations for these guys too? I didn't even think of trying. I keep forgetting about the animations. So, do the sheer hair even have animations? I guess they do. Now they're breathing. Now they're super breathing. Okay. That I could make them breathe. Why? Okay. What about Silent Feather? I was gonna say I think that guy only has one animation, but and the cats have a couple, I guess. Well, no, we're seeing all the frames of it here, so I can't change the animation here. And then lastly, we have something that doesn't have a science name because it's not real. Moonmare, a mysterious being who can be encountered in nightmares. It may be a bird, a beast, or even change to a sun-like form and attack the dreamer. It truly is fear incarnate, but a young mind will become stronger by overcoming it. And indeed, I like the name Mornmare. It's kind of a cool name. Did I say Moonmare? I keep saying Moonmare, but no, Mornmare, because it's a morning nightmare, so Mornmare. But those are the bios we kind of like just skipped through last time. It's actually kind of fun to look up the science terms and stuff. This game teaches you things. It's an entertainment game. But also just to show this off, in case I didn't for some reason, but we do indeed have every achievement. Oh, my bad. That's right. 400 was the score you needed to complete on a level with a bat to get a gold statue of them. And then 400 on both of the two stages was required to get them the emerald statue or whatever you want to call it. I think it was 400. I don't believe it was 500 for each one. I think it was 400 specifically. It was anywhere from 300 to 500. I can't remember the exact number. Actually, wait. Hold on. What's my lowest scoring bat? 344, 401, 366, 362, 261. No, wait, no. I overscored in that one. What is the lowest score I just kept? Oh, I didn't. I made them all go over 1,000. So I have no idea at this point what the actual score requirement was. I think it was 400. I think it was right in the middle of those two achievements. But yeah, I have every achievement, so. This is a very cute game. I recommend picking it up if you at all like this. The gameplay loop is quite fun. Very arcadey. But that being said... Oh yeah, I never went to the record screen last time. This actually shows you... Well, I've kind of broken it slightly because of the whole cheating thing, but it shows you who you can actually see crowns next to some bats, indicating that they have the highest of whatever that is. So, for instance, Hina has taken the most damage of all bats, has had the most successful hunts, and has eaten the most bugs in total. Caillou has failed the most at 2 now. I haven't failed that many hunts, actually. And Madara here was probably my best character, like just in general, because average combos, best average combos. Madara is pretty fun to play. Each of them had their own way of playing, so I was dashing a lot of Yum and a Kitty because that separates the two out and makes it easier to pick up bugs. So I have like way more dashes on them than anyone else. 1,599. That's a legit number too. Abake's eat the most bugs. Okay. That makes sense with the ghost ability. It's easy to kind of pick up the bugs safely. But yes. That is all I wanted to show for the rest of the game stuff for part 2. But there is a bit more to show. So let's look at the credits real fast. As far as I'm aware, this developer has not made another game, but I'm going to keep an eye on them and see if they do, because I don't know, man. This is cute. But also, there's little graphics here that we didn't really appreciate last time I looked at the credits. These are little graphics of the people who made the game, so as bats, which is cute. This appears to be an Eevee in a bat costume, from what I could tell. I don't know. Kind of looks like it. This character looks suspiciously like something I'd see in Changed. This character's just adorable. The musician, feather.xblog.jp if you want to check out their stuff. And then a bunch of sound effect sources. And other things. And all the bats at the bottom. Oh, wait, hold on. I can hit A on the... Wait. Oh, this wasn't here before. Apparently, there's a new prompt here. I can hit A on this to watch the ending, apparently. Anytime I want, I guess. That's kind of neat. Granted, if you want to actually see the ending, go watch part 1. But... because I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna tease you with that one. Brown. Yeah, most of them name Hina as Hina, but one of them just calls them Brown because that's his color. But that's all for Echolocaution's gameplay. But we have a bit more for part 2. Let me close this out for a moment. We're not done because there's a whole thing that I spent extra on a DLC for, so we're gonna check it out too because this does have DLC and. What we're going to check out is the Bat Research Report, which is... Can I just launch that? No, not like that. That's the game, silly. It's not the. That's not the Bat Research Report. I think I have to go to the folder for that. Hold on a second. So the Bat Research Report is basically just a big making of art book thing. Which, you know, pretty straightforward, but also pretty cool. So we're going to take a look at that. It comes in PNG or PDF form. Okay, then. I guess I'll go with PNG form. That's a little easier to look at. And here we go. Also, another DLC I purchased, I think it was just bundled, actually, was the game soundtrack. So let me put on some music as well as I do this. I'll just load it through Steam. There we go. Let's have that on. Let's actually go to that song. Interesting. This is the game over music. I just realized something. The soundtrack has official titles for every song. I'll show you guys the soundtrack, actually. Here, take a look. It has its own little custom artwork and everything. But this is the game over music when you get caught by one of the scary things. And it's actually called Memories with Mom. That almost feels kind of somber. But anyways, this also has a bonus track. We'll listen to it in a little bit. But let me pull up the PDF here. Or rather, the PNG. There we go. Okay. My goodness, X-Foot. Could have done this in a fraction of the time in the old version of it. Oh well. Anyways. So yeah, here's the Bat Research Report. Which is basically just a big old art book with little descriptions and stuff. I don't know, let's see what we can learn from this. I don't actually know what's in here, really. Has a table of contents. Fair enough. Ills, character column, enemy, stage, menu, Spelunk. UI effects, special, and afterward. Okay. So, about the creators. Okay, Fuwa is the main creator. They are responsible for the game's worldview, character design, and settings, as well as all in-game graphics and promotional illustrations. Fuya also wrote the comments in this document. In addition to handling the system programming, Fuya is also involved with public relations and is quite impressive. Wait a minute. Fuwa wrote all the comments in the document. Fuwa also says Fuwa is very impressive. When you're writing your own description, you can say whatever you want. Alright, what about the next person? So, Kagehito. Kagehito is responsible for the circle... Oh no, that's a word. Hakonawaha Kobiya. That is a word. They mainly work as a planner, proposing and specifying gameplay-related aspects of the game. As a multi-talented individual, Kagehito is in charge of the main game programming, creating videos, and also giving instructions to Fuwa. Kagehito has also designed this document. Okay, fair enough. That dude is super awesome, the dude. Reminds me of a Steam store description, where like there was a review of the game saying this game is awesome, also I made it. And I couldn't help but appreciate that comment because it was honest. So, let's look through here. So this is mostly an art book. Here's the main artwork. This is like the main promotional image for the game. And what's on the store page and stuff. I like the detail that the membranes of the bat's wings are semi-transparent, allowing the trees to be seen in the background. This is the main visual for Echolocaution, representing the face of the game. I put a lot of effort into this illustration to make it clear the game is set in a nighttime forest and features bats to make the character designs intriguing. As a result of the extra effort, the art style changed a bit from my usual style, but I do like how Hina's slender body turned out in this way. Also, pause. Yeah, this artist is quite good, by the way. Did the artist get credited here? Maybe it's Kagehito? I can't remember. Well, actually, maybe it's Fuya. I forgot what the credits said. They are responsible for character design, so I'm guessing they were the main artists for the game as well. So. On sale, release date, commemorative illustration. It was on sale when it released. This artwork, though. Can we all agree that, what I would call Japanese kimono art is really quite cute? It's quite charming a lot of times. That kind of kimono style. This illustration was created to celebrate the game's release. I remember struggling to draw Mom's face well. I think I was able to capture the children's individuality and Mom's nurturing presence effectively. And this time, Abaka and Hala were hidden characters, so they are a bit inconspicuous. Oh, that's why they're... Oh, look at them sneaking into the party there. The two spook boys. Slightly pouty blue, doesn't accept them cuddles. Well, no, he's the cool guy. He can't get hugged by Mom. That's embarrassing. Lesson with Mom. Illustration for the day before release. I love this illustration. This is adorable. See this thing? You want to avoid this. You want to definitely avoid this part in front. Beak, eye, feather, claw. Beak and claw are worst. Avoid those most. The unique Otonashi was created by Mom. Otonashi? Hold on. I need to look up what the word Otonashi means. No, I don't want to know about the main character of the anime television serials Angel Beats. Thanks, though. I'm just trying to find out what that word means. Otonashi. Hold on a sec. I don't want to know about an anime. I want to know what the word means. Ah. The meaning of Otonashi Japanese. Obedient, docile, quiet. Huh. I'm assuming the Otonashi involves the sign somehow. So I was just trying to learn a Japanese word here. But I'm still confused now. Oh well. Silence, the state of being silent. Well, I mean, they need to be quiet around the birds, so that makes sense. As a warrior, Mom frequently tells her children about the harshness of the outside world. Usagi, who is used to hearing these stories, talks about how things weren't like that before. At first, Mob Batkun was also included, but the picture ended up looking like there was 2 Hinas, so I decided to leave it out. Oh, I see. Yeah, kind of does look like that. Also, the Mab, if you're wondering what the hell is the Mob Batkun, I believe they are generic bats that hang around the cave. You can see we saw a few of them when I was going through the cave. There's just some generic bats there. I don't know if the generic bats are also based on a real bat. There's no description for that, so I have no idea. But... aka teaching? Like a teaching board, maybe? Is that what that means, maybe? I don't know. Rabbit Day. Illustration for Rabbit Day. What the hell is Rabbit Day? Let's see here. First off, that's cute. She's interested in the carrot, but not because of the carrot. This illustration was drawn on February 22nd. Rabbit Day. Oh, thank you, Vic Playa. Thank you for this Prime sub. Let's see here. When you think of rabbits, you think of carrots, but the focus of the gaze is actually the bug inside the carrot. After all, it's not a rabbit, but a Usagi bat. I'm going to look up what Rabbit Day is now. Hold on a minute. I'm not aware of... International Rabbit Day is September 28th. No, that's not the one we're talking about. I don't care about International Rabbit Day. I care about Japanese Rabbit Day. Okay, Bunny Day is an annual online holiday celebrated on the Japanese web where people praise the allure of bunny suits by posting illustrations and cosplay photos. Wait, no, that's August 2nd. That is different. That is different! Usagi, yeah, I should search Usagi Day. Maybe that would work. You know what? Actually, I should just look up the dates. February 20th. I want to know more about this holiday that I never knew existed. You notice how Google... Have you guys noticed that Google search just sucking more lately? Like, it used to be, like, really good at, like, you must mean one of these things. But now it's like, oh, we're just going to assume you meant this. And rather than the thing that you actually typed. Oh, okay, I get it. It's a little more, it's actually kind of obvious. I just didn't realize. The Lunar New Year starts on January 22nd. This was done for the year of the rabbit. So that makes sense now. So, this game is a few years old, so it must have come out. That must have been done for the year of the rabbit specifically, which was, I don't know what year the year of the rabbit was last. I think maybe last year or the year before that. Cool dappy tips for summer. Steam Summer Sale announcement illustration. I love that they drew all these pieces of art just because an event happened. Why not draw some more cool art? This picture is adorable. Everybody is cuddling for some reason in summer. That seems horrible, but you know. I drew this on an actual midsummer day, feeling the heat. As they were cooling down with their chilly treasure. Oh yeah, the rock's like cold. Everyone gathered, turning the spot into the hottest place. Still, the bats seem to enjoy sleeping together in a group. I particularly like how Obake is sucking on Ohiki's tail. Very cute. The nom-nom. See, there's a lot of Japanese folklore about rabbits, moon, and rice cake. That's true. If you can't tell, this game is Japanese, if you haven't figured that out by now. Despite that, I must say, for a Japanese-made game, they came up with the perfect English name. Can we all agree? Echolocaution, because you're trying to get bugs while dodging predators. Echolocaution is like the best name. I'm very impressed that a Japanese studio figured out such a good name in English. Leave the grooming to me. And here's probably my favorite bat is the Tengu bat. I forgot his name again. Well, actually, it's just Tengu, yeah. Tengu feels at ease with Shirohara because the snow in their homeland has a similar calming effect. Shirahira, who enjoyed creating things, is also very interested in handmade masks. This illustration captures a moment of relaxation in everyday life as they work together on the masks. Yeah, if you were aware, Tengu is like a super shy bat, but when he puts his mask on, he's like a really efficient and bold predator, basically. So, like, he has a personality shift when he has his mask on. And this was discussed. There's a little dialogue amongst the bats that you could talk to in the cave, where it mentioned how Usagi fought. How Usagi was going to fight what's his name, because what's his name likes to sword fight with a key. So a battle with pride on my branch. So we have an anime moment here. Take it by have learned to awaken their persona. Yeah, kinda. See you later, Epic. For the bats, understand the original purpose of human objects is not always possible. They only perceive metal keys as strange, hard branches. They play sword fighting games with them, and recently Usagi seems to have developed a 2 sword fighting style. By the way, 302 is the number of a room I used to live in. Uh-oh. 302? Oh, that's why... What a random reference. I used to live in an apartment that was apartment number 302. I should draw the key in this game to have 302 on it, because I live in an apartment under the number 302. That's such a random thing to do. But I kind of love that. Dev lost her key to the bats. Worst ways to lose your keys, I guess. Alright, first anniversary of the game being out. Commemorative illustration. Oh, that's cute. I love how he looks like some sort of weird Eevee here. Cake. Oh, you know what? I think it's like a honey cake with nuts and berries in it. Which means most of them can't eat it. Actually, what's kind of funny is in the cave, the bats were talking about how there's like a honey supply in the cave, and all the bats were talking about how they were eating honey. I wonder if bats who eat insects could also eat honey. I don't know. Honey is a weird and nutritious substance. I wouldn't be surprised if creatures that would normally not eat something like honey would eat honey, actually. I love how Bake looks like a Finnick also. Yeah! It kind of does. My goodness. Anyways, sorry, I'm just distracted. They're a very cute picture. This illustration was drawn to commemorate the first anniversary of the game's release. I thought that a feast of insects as the main dish might not be appropriate. So I had Mom prepare a cake made of nuts and honey instead. I was right, it is a honey cake. Although I'm not sure about it in reality, I thought honey would be a good middle ground between plants and insects. In this game, honey is treated as a common delicacy for the bats. I noticed that. Also, by the way, how's the volume right now? Am I playing the OST too loud, or is it fine? Just checking. But yeah, honey seems like something that a fruit bat and a... Well, it seems like a fruit bat would eat honey. I don't see why a fruit bat wouldn't eat honey. It seems pretty similar in digestive properties. But also, honey has protein in it, right? Does honey have protein? Am I stupid? Oh yeah, absolutely. 0.3 grams. But it's not that much, honestly. But it's mostly just sugar. But it does have some health benefits. I think a bug-eating bat couldn't live off of honey, but they could probably eat it. Okay. I was worried if the swell was a little loud. I could always adjust it. There, I'll just adjust a little bit. Okay, next picture. All the tasty things are mine! Steam Halloween sale announcement illustration. Yep, makes sense to use Hollow on that one. All the tasty things are mine. I love how his smile is even craggy like a jack-o'-lantern. Very good. For Halloween, I decided to draw this character as the star of the show. The pumpkin carving made by Shirahira is only completed when Hero eats the middle part, as can be seen from the expressions of those around. Oh, I see. He's inside a pumpkin popping out of it, with the other parts of the pumpkin reacting, basically. I see. That's kind of great. Hina concern. Well, I believe there was an offhanded comment by Hollow asking what like pondering what the other bats tasted like. So, Hina concern is valid and justified. Oh, second anniversary. Yeah, this game has been out for, I think, 3 years. Or a little bit more than that. So it's not exactly a new game I covered. I just kind of stumbled upon it. I was like, we need to check this out. Second anniversary commemorative illustration. Echolocaution, second anniversary. We have these two here. That kind of works, actually, to have them together. For second anniversary illustration, I had Madara and Kaguya, who are scheduled to be added in an update, decorate the scene. So the game slowly had more bats added with updates, by the way. Since it was a perfect season, I tried using cherry blossoms as the background, and to my surprise, both of them matched the color of the cherry blossoms very well. Despite limited elements, it turned out to be a festive and celebratory atmosphere. Ah yes, we just looked at this art, but the original soundtrack jacket illustration. I decided to ask the composer Feather for their work as a fellow bat lover. Thanks to this collaboration, the resolution of the world of Echolocaution expanded significantly. The idea of Shirohira and others clapping their hands in the results screen also originated from this illustration. Oh, so this illustration was done before the game was completed then. I'm sorry, why is there so much written? Oh, I see. I see now. Mornmare, here we go. Version 3 update announcement. Oh, so the final boss wasn't in the original version of the game. That was an update stage. Interesting. So this is a major update then. And yeah, it's totally a Kirby boss, but I love the design of it all the same. It may be a little bit derivative, but it's a pretty cool enemy. This is a stage illustration of the new stage drawn for the update announcement. I depicted the warmth of the dawn light and the coldness of the air, imagining the boundary between reality and dreams. Yeah, because it's like, it's daytime out there, which is a weird paradox, because a lot of us would associate like daytime and light as, oh, like that's good, that's like comfortable, that's safe. But for the bats, it's the other way around, so hence Mornmare existing on the other side of that. The night is safer for them. And then we got the sprites. That's a lot more facial animations, or a lot more facial graphics than I thought actually existed for the characters. Some promotional illustrations, very cute. Love the little bow, the little Japanese bow going on there. I designed the game's protagonist to be rather plain and with a weaker personality, so that players can project their own colors onto the character. The white eyes were designed to make it easier for players to understand their hearing is more developed in their vision. Oh, okay, that's actually a good visual. So there was a visual thought process, and how can I teach the player the game's mechanics through the visual of the character itself they're playing as? This is the first character you play as, so that's actually really cool that they understand the eyes to make it more obvious that, like, you have to use your. That's why you have to use your echolocation. By the way, you can't just look to see where the enemies are. You'll see them when they show up, but by then they'll usually hit you. You have to use your echolocation to see where they're going to be coming from in advance, and then move out of the way. So this teaches you to use your sound and thus your hearing to figure out where the enemies are going to be, rather than just looking at the game, you know? Make sure to get those warning signs. That's actually really clever, though. The white eyes and yellow cheeks also made it hard for the players to lose sight of the character in the game. That's fair. If I ever need to change my design from being an Eevee bat, that is one thing to consider. Honestly, there's really not a lot of bat furries out there, so it's not a bad idea. Bats are cool. I would not mind having a flying fox form, honestly. Here's Ohiki. It's a really weird pose. I don't know, that pose just looks odd to me. In order to make it easier to create images and personalities, the design of the bats, other than the chicks, is based on adding elements of other animals to bats. For Ohikikomori, I thought it would look somewhat dog-like, so I designed its face with a dog motif. As for the color, the name implies trailing tail, so I used shooting stars as a theme. The tip of the tail is a bright color, so when it flies quickly, the afterimage looks like a shooting star. That's kind of a cute way of doing it. That's inventive. Oh, that explains the pose, too. It's a little odd, but since there was kind of a dog vibe, I never got a dog vibe out of this character, but as a dog, I never got a dog vibe, but fair enough. I guess he does have a stronger kind of doggish personality, I suppose. Usagi. The actual rabbit bat, as the name suggests, has long ears. In terms of design, I made the ears look like rabbit ears and even added whisker-like patterns. While other bats have fluffy fur around their necks, this one's fur is smooth and sleek. I chose various attributes that would be a good balance of a hikikomori. Give its position as one of the first 3 characters. Indeed. The first 3 characters need to be a little bit more strongly designed, I suppose, since these are the ones you started with. Obake! Also one of my favorites. They have strong, cute gremlin energy, and that is the truth. I chose Albushiro Sashio bat because the white bat has a special feel and seems suitable for a hidden character. The design of them is a mix of cat-like and alien-like elements that I felt from the motif. Since it's the youngest, I made its expressions and personality look childish. Yeah, I definitely... Yeah, there's a bit of a cat vibe, isn't there? Oh, look at the design sketch. That really shows the cat vibe, actually. It almost looks like a cat kind of prowling. The illustrations are very good. Every bit of this art is bursty with personality. Hollow. Also a pretty cool character. I mean, he wants to eat everything. I'm down with that. Bats are often used as motifs for Halloween, but I was surprised to find a bat that fits the theme so perfectly. The Indian flying fox. Huh. Wasn't that what it was called? I think I had a different name when I looked it up. When designing it, I kept the vivid wings, but made the face resemble a jack-o'-lantern. The fluffy white fur around the neck was inspired by the association of pumpkin seeds and with cotton. Fair enough. We have Tengu. Initially, this bat was one of the top candidates for implementation along the first 5 species. The long-nosed Tengu bat is a species that hibernates in the snow, and its appearance is endearing, resembling a chestnut bird. As the name suggests, this bat has a distinctive nose, which was designed to be slightly pointed and incorporate elements of the Karaso Tengu. With a timid personality, it tries to make itself look strong by adorning itself with various decorations. The handmade great gray owl mask seems to represent both fear and a symbol of strength. Oh yeah, it is trying to be like the great owl. Huh. I didn't realize the mask was kind of having a bird motif until that was actually pointed out just here. I just never noticed that. Also, I guess they hibernate in the snow. So what? They just let snow bury them in a almost cryogenic sleep? Crazy. I guess that works, though. Kind of dangerous, but I guess here's the thing about hibernation, though. You can handle much colder temperatures when hibernating because everything's kind of put into, like, emergency shutdown mode. Wow, he got a lot of sketches, didn't he? I like this. The actual owl in the background's like, dude, you steal my look. And we got Yama and Kitty here, which work as a duo. Initially, I was considering implementing these bats separately, but they ended up being implemented as a bumpy duo. Yama has a bear-like motif. Yeah, I have definitely felt that with him. And the black bat was not suitable for being playable because it didn't stand out. But I thought it might work if it was larger, so I chose this color. Okay. Since Kitty is basically the character the player controls, it fits in just right. The scar on Yama's face was inflicted by Kagazume in the past. Kitty saved Yama when it was injured and collapsed, and they've been together ever since. For Kitty, I used the pig nose element as a pacifier, and the fur around its neck as a bib, which I think is a fun way to incorporate the design. Kitty has an old acquaintance with Mama, and their age is unknown. It has a past where it was taken care of by humans, and that knowledge was useful in treating Yama's injuries. Oh, that was never shared in the game. Also, despite the young look of the character, they are just a really tiny species of bat, but they're not actually young. Then we have Madara. Also, being under snow ironically helps keep heat more than being out in the wind. This is true. Snow is an insulator. This is why igloos work as well. Fun fact, actually, that also kind of parallels this. If it is super cold, it can't snow. If it's snowing where you live, that means it's not super duper cold. It's cold, but it's not super duper cold. Because if it's super duper cold, snow can't form. So, just a little tip there. Full body character, design sketch. Field graphics. Now, granted, snow on the ground can still remain if it's super duper cold, of course. But it can't fall if it's super duper cold. So, featuring a distinctive black and white spotted pattern, translucent pink ears and wings, this bat is naturally beautiful. When researching, try searching for a spotted bat. If you search for a Madara bat in Japanese, you might end up with a moth called Kimidara bat. Wait, there's a moth called Kimidara bat? So it's called Kimidara bat, but it's not a bat, it's a moth. Hold on. Look at this one up. No, I'm confused. The crossover. I can't find it, actually. This might be easier to search in Japanese. In English, it doesn't work. I wonder what it's called in Japanese, then. It'd be easier to search that way. Well, anyways. Designing a narcissistic yet convincingly cool character was a challenge, but by giving the ears a butterfly-like image and making the neck fur resemble a scarf, we were able to create a stylish atmosphere. Oh, wow. That design proposal 1 is that expression is just like, yeah, I'm really cool. I'm glad you noticed. That expression exudes self-confidence. Design proposal 2 is like completely different. Looks like angry raccoon bat. I think the W mouth really was a good character detail to make him stand out. And we have Kaguya. I will try to say that right. Who is Ditzy. The name Kaguya Bat comes from the fact that it was found in a bamboo forest. Inspired by the image of Princess Kaguya, we aimed to design a gentle and calm girl bat, which proved to be the most challenging design so far. It's called long-legged in English for a reason, as it has long legs. However, incorporating that feature didn't result in a cute design. But when we tried changing the color of each individual wing, it began to resemble a Junahito, a traditional Japanese 12-flavored kimono. One moment. I'm curious what it looks like. Oh, that's kind of neat. For your curiosity. It's very colorful. Definitely stands out in the crowd, I'd say. Anyways, so it began to resemble Junahito. The design gradually took shape. Okay, so that's why the wings are like that. So that's the reference. Oh, wow. There's a lot of design changes here. You see all the design proposals. This was definitely a harder one for them to iron out. One looks like a completely different character. 6 design proposals. This took a while to iron out, didn't it? Yeah, I guess the longer legs isn't not cute, but it makes them look way more mature than they actually act, so doesn't quite work. And then we have Mom. Mom's some people's favorite character, I'm pretty sure. And I could say that partially because if we go over to the... Hold on a second. If we go over to the fan art page on Steam, which I will briefly do. We see it, and a lot of the illustrations in this book are here and just posted here. It's mostly actually just the illustrations of the book that we've been seeing in the book. But there is one particular piece of fan art in the artwork section of the Steam page, and that is this one by Astley that I will show now. And there you are. As they said in the upper right, Mombat. Doodle the Mombat because reasons. Astley, I'm sure there's a lot of reasons. Certified cute mom. Oh no, there's more comments? That's just the one. Okay. Well then why did you lead me to a new page to read the same comment I already read? Well anyways, that's fine. Thick thighs save lives. She's got the mom build. Can't ignore that fact. Hyper. Bat MILF. God damn it. God damn it. That's actually kind of fucking clever. How dare you? Alright, so but yeah, Mombat's good. Side proposal. Also nice. Even the basic sketch is cool. Like the original sketch. In reality, different species of bats can live together. Oh, they can? I didn't know that was ever a thing. The initial image for the Bat Orphanage was a place where anyone could be accepted by the Bat Mother, who embodied the concept of inclusiveness. The neck fur is voluminous, and the chest and leg muscles are well developed due to her large body size. The chest muscles? The chest and leg muscles are well developed? Yes, I guess so. Yeah. Diurnal fruit-eating bats are not skilled in echolocation, so they have small ears and highly developed snouts. Yeah, that's actually, yeah, I remember that. Flying foxes really don't do the echolocation very well, but they don't really have to since they're big, basically. The bat species that served as a model for the mother has a fox-like face. The bat children are all insectivores with low noses, which makes the mother's features stand out even more and appear more attractive. Okay, the creator said she's attractive too. It's all right to draw the fan arts, I guess. She wasn't made playable due to her inability to use echolocation, but she became a character who can be fully indulged. She became a character who can be fully indulged. Interesting sentence. Chest muscles would get worked out, but well, that's true. That's true. I get. You know what? Fair enough. Big old chest makes sense for anything with wings. Yeah, I agree with you. My brain is melting out in my ears right now, but the straight brain cells can still make us start stupid every now and then. As long as it's a sex joke, right? It's funny because it shows you don't need the upper parts to make mom look. Yeah, like, well, honestly, I in all seriousness though, her design is quite well done. Because she definitely has mom vibes, but I don't feel like she's over-sexualized or anything, right? I think her design is quite well delivered. Because she does have a voluptuous chest, but it's like also because floof, so it just ends up looking like a natural detail rather than some, you know, personal interests of the artist or whatever. She has a very Ara kind of design, without overdone voluptuous as most characters get designed as. Yeah, extremely feminine, but not like... I'm gonna look up what Ara... What do you mean by Ara? Oh, Japanese saying meaning oh me, oh my. Yeah, she has a very oh my design without being, like, overdone with it, or... It still feels classy, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And then we have the Shirahira. Cute. The Shirahira siblings form a harem and live together, huddling like dumplings on leaf beds. They're actually called Maru, Batsu, and Pico. but it's difficult to tell them apart, so everyone just calls them collectively a Shirahira. They seem to enjoy being lumped together. Their ability to skillfully create leaf beds led to the setting that they are dexterous and love making things. Most of the furniture in the bat house is handmade by the Shirahiras. That's kind of neat. I am kind of curious about one statement here from the previous page, though. In reality, different species of bats can live together. I didn't actually know it was a thing. I'm going to look it up now. I guess it makes sense. Bats are extremely social. They do live in groups. I just didn't really think about interspecies homing, I guess. Many bat species use similar types of roosts, and interspecific roost associations are common. Within these, heterospecific individuals often roost in close physical proximity. In fact, heterospecific roosting groups in bats may be the most frequent mixed species groups in mammals. Okay, interesting. I guess if they're just if they like, hey, I'm gonna go to this cave and there's other bats, they're just like, yeah, okay. I guess they just, in most cases, don't care. I mean, really, if they're roosting, they just want a place to nap and rest. If there's room, right? Yeah, I don't think bats have a real territorial vibe to them, so... I'm sure there's some species that probably do, but... Okay, I was curious about this character. This character cannot be spoken to, cannot be interacted with, has no cutscenes, no dialogue in any events. He just exists in the cave as a guy you can look at. So, his name is Yuoki. Okay. This character was designed to evoke a feeling of suddenly encountering something while exploring the bat house. We aimed for a design that was mysterious but not malicious. The English name, Bulldog Bat, suits the real-life bat's dog-like face. It's difficult, but if you manage to deliver a fish from the water's edge to this character, you'll see a reaction. Give it a try. Really? I didn't try... Hold on a second. Intermission. I missed secret content. Let me pause the music. Hold on. How do I pause the music? I've never messed with Steam's player. Oh, there it is. Okay. I rarely use Steam's music player, so I have like no idea how to turn that off. All right. Anyways, so okay, I know exactly what they're talking about. I was actually messing with the fish a little bit between streams. I can demonstrate a little shenanigan I can do with them. Anyways, yeah, there's fish in here. You can go underwater. It's fine. But this is where the dude hangs out, so I guess we can feed him a fish. Well, I have a Get out of here, Feather. If I use this bucket... I was actually messing around with the bucket a bit, and I realized I could do something with it. I didn't even try feeding the guy a fish, but I was actually messing around with the fish on my own time, just because I felt like it. Because you can push them around, and if you push them upwards, they actually will jump out of the water, like so. So what I try to do is try to get them in the bucket. It is possible. Or I can push the bucket. That's fine too. Are they getting stuck on each other? Okay. So I guess the idea is to push it up like that to the guy. They don't jump very high though. There we go. Oh dang, we got it out. I think I could actually get enough height. It would require specific timing. So this is actually quite tricky. But you know how there's a secret cave here? I could actually knock the fish into this. I will try to knock one in to demonstrate that too. But if I can get him in the bucket, I know it's possible to get in the bucket. I've done it before. If it isn't obvious, this is... There we go. This is getting awkward now. Oh, damn it! He saved his friend. How dare you? If you push them over here, you can do this. Oh yeah, by the way, I can actually, like, boost into them. Which might be the trick for this, actually. That was pretty close. Oh yeah, he tried to bite it. Okay, now they're just stuck on each other again. I was always wondering what this old doggish bat was here for. Oh, almost. Fish turn direction randomly, so it's actually quite annoying to navigate them. Main thing to do is just kind of... Oh, come on, that was close. Whoa. Okay. Oh, well, alright. Looks like diagonals are better. There we go. Oh, +1? Hold on a second. I can do better. +1. +1. Get better at this. There's only one fish left. Missed. Oh yeah, little is he sleeping? No, he's sometimes he's sleeping, but he's always ready for a fish. That's all the fish. Do you want to give me something for doing that, or? All right. Well, I wonder if he's also. I wonder what species he is. Also flying fox. Yeah, that's all the fish here. Okay, I guess all I get is just a little cute little +1. Whatever. I fed a bat a fish. That's fine by me. Yeah, I think that's all you could do. Though I will also reset real fast. Because just to show one really random thing, it's kind of pointless. Actually, it's completely pointless. But it's something I can do, so I'll show you guys I can do it. It's so funny that in all my shenanigans with the fish, I never actually fed the guy a fish. I never once succeeded at that. But the funny thing I can do is this. It requires a very specific angle, though. There, did it. Fish. Not done. Honestly, all this is really is just fish abuse, so if you like fish, then I'm sorry. Oh, that was the easiest way to do it. Just push against the top of the water. Fish abuse. Why is that such a funny combination of words? Fish abuse. How are you climbing back up? You're a fish. Oh. Now the fish can dance with us. That's all I got. That is cool. You can feed the guy the fish. I don't know why I didn't think to try to feed the guy the fish. Like, it's me we're talking about, and I didn't think to try to feed the old guy a fish. He's, like, right there, too. I feel silly for having not tried that. Alright, so... Also, the bulldog bat, huh? Let's take a look at that one up. Bulldog bat. I've not seen this one. The lesser bulldog bat. Let's take a look. Yeah, I can see it. Kind of. Oh yeah, look at that frontal view. That's very bulldogish. And do they fish? I must look this up. While the greater bulldog bats eat insects, their chief food is fish. Man, this game likes to get the science just right, don't they? Oh wow, they use their echolocation to pinpoint the ripples they make on the surface of water. That is to say, fish. I didn't know you could use echolocation for fishing, but they can do that. The greater bulldog bat trawls the water with its long curved talons approximately 2 to 3 centimeters below the surface. It makes sweeps of between 30 centimeters and 3 meters. Wow. Before ascending and turning to make a return sweep. In a single night, the bat may catch 20 to 30 small fish in this way. I didn't realize that we had a fisher bat. That's so neat. So let's see here. That's really cool that they just added that in. And then we have the mob bat and the bugs. So the mob bat. The design of this bat is less conspicuous. It has a lower saturation compared to Hina. Even the generic bats are a representation of a species. The pipistrelle bat. Pipistrelle? Pipistrelle bat? Pipistrelle. Pipistrelle. Let's take a look. Just like the common bat. Fair enough. Makes sense to use them as the kind of NPC characters. Kind of makes you understand how they took 2 years or so adding stuff. A lot of research. They cared about bats. They cared about bats when they made this game. They can be seen in caves, and they are also part of the family. They seem to be there simply because it's comfortable, and not because they want to interact too much. Personal space varies for each bat. And that's probably how the interspecies bat cave sharing works. Like, not all of them probably want to socialize with each other or other species. But they're there because it's comfortable, you know. And then we have the bog. In this game, the visibility is adjusted so it's difficult to see without using echolocation, but still slightly visible, which I appreciate, by the way. That's interesting. I always thought the bug was just a one-color sprite, but if you look carefully here, you can see they have proper art. I thought they were just black or white, depending on the situation, but no, they actually have actual, like, details. I couldn't really tell, but yeah. Because their bugs are small. So they look like mosquitoes a little bit. Since many people are not fond of insects, I designed to minimize the unpleasant feeling as much as possible. Well, they did a good job. It kind of just felt like an insecty shape. Alright, now we've gotten past the illustrations of the characters, so let's see what we got here. A closer look at game design talk. Here, design doesn't mean visuals, but planning. Planner Kagehita will talk about the intentions behind the development of Echolocaution. Stages of learning. 1. First time hunting, but the attacks from Otonashi are too fast to avoid, making it difficult. Oh, thank you for following, Penguin. 2. Start using Echo to dodge. As a bonus, bugs become easier to see and eat. Start using Echo to dodge. As a bonus, bugs become easier to see and eat. I don't know why that had to be repeated twice. Get it in your head. Got it memorized? Number 3. Realize there are combos for getting used to Echo. Want to use Echo for combos rather than dodging. Oh, I see. Basically, this is discussing the idea of how the player is supposed to experience the game. They do their first hunts, they die, and they get hurt a lot by the enemies because they're hard to dodge. They start figuring out they can use the Echo to dodge, and they also notice the bugs are easier to see and eat, and that and then step 3, the player realizes that you can get a combo going when you because basically you echo the bugs, and then while the echo is active, bugs eaten raise a combo, but only while the echo is active. So that's kind of cool. So basically the game was designed where you would learn how to dodge with echo to see where the enemy's coming from, but then you'd realize, oh wait, I could also use it for comboing, so then you start using it for comboing. Number 4, because of using echo for combos, avoiding with echo is neglected, and enemies become troublesome again. 5, being able to focus on both combos and dodging becomes becoming a full-fledged bat. I would say that progression that they designed for was in fact the progression I felt, because it was like, oh, I can use echo to dodge, cool. Oh, I can use echo to combo, cool. And now the enemies got difficult again because I'm using the echo to combo and not to dodge. It actually was a very good progression system, because as a beginner, you can use the combo. You can use the echo anytime you want to just get better at dodging and seeing where the enemy's coming from. But as an advanced player, you don't want to use the echo that way. You want to use the echo specifically for combos. So you want to like get the echo ready for comboing, not for dodging. But in the process of doing that, you make the enemies more dangerous. It's your choice to make them dangerous, though. It's kind of interesting. It's a good flow. The game is designed to allow players to learn step by step so they can naturally understand the game's content in a flow like this. If you think, I can relate to this flow, it would mean the design has been successful, which should make us happy. I do think it was successful. That's very well done. We intentionally didn't include combo explanations in the tutorial because we thought it'd be more exciting for players to discover combos on their own, and too much explanation can be forgotten. However, in the latest version, Shirihiro teaches combos for those who don't notice them. I think that's well done, because I think comboing is something you'd stumble upon naturally in most cases, but having a just-in-case extra tutorial is a good idea. But yeah, I do agree that not teaching that in the base tutorial is smart, because it's something you'll probably run into. Well, you'll definitely run into it eventually, the fact that you can combo the bugs. In Echolocaution, there's a combo system while eating as many bugs during a single echo increases the score. It's an essential element that adds to the game's fun. However, in the initial concept, there were no combos, and the game was simple, with the number of bugs eaten directly reflected in the score. Thinking it wasn't interesting enough, I proposed implementing combos about a month before release, but Fu and I had a disagreement because it was too game-like and didn't fit the world based on real bats. However, I was confident it would definitely make the game more enjoyable, so I forcibly implemented it in one day, and once they actually played it, they agreed. I'm glad. So they disagreed with the other creator about implementing the combo system, and then just did it in secret, and then had the other person play the version and begrudgingly agree. Sometimes the best way to tell whether or not you like something is just to try it, so makes sense. I think we've created a game system that can enjoy multiple times, not only feeling good when achieving many combos, but also feeling regretful when thinking I could have extended my combo more and wanted to do better next time. I agree. I think that was extremely important. The game's flow was pretty simple. Without the combo system, like the game was originally going to release without the combo system, according to this. So, like, this game without a combo system, that would lose its interest faster, way faster. The combo system adds a good element of complexity. So that was pretty smart of them to secretly implement it and then have the other person play it. Yeah, it seems like they really intended to have this heavy grounded in real life before it. Yeah, I would say the combo system is not very grounded, but it is a very good idea as far as gameplay goes. So, one of those cases where you want to take a caveat and maybe make it less realistic because it's better for the game, you know. Hina, as the main character, Hina has a basic performance that serves as the foundation for other characters. However, being just an all-rounder can lack individuality and tend to be a jack of all trades, making the most challenging role to balance. That's true, balance is hard. Initially, Hina's parameters were stronger than the average of other bats, aiming for a more versatile character than a mediocre one. Ohiki is a fast-moving character, positioned as an advanced character among the initial bats. The trade-off for his speed is a short echo. This disadvantage significantly impacts its ability to extend combos, making it unsuitable for high scores. That's true, it's a lot harder to get a high score of him. We focused on the characteristic of Ohiki bats being large and made the hit detection larger to catch bugs more easily. That is helpful for actually getting the good combos. This added the concept of size to character adjustments, which greatly helped with adjusting other characters as well. I noticed that the hitboxes of the characters being different was both a good and bad thing. Like, being bigger meant you could get bugs easier, but it also made you get hit easier, so. Usagi is a beginner-friendly bat that moves slowly but has a long echo, allowing players to carefully observe their surroundings. The long echo is based on the idea that Usagi can listen to echoes well, thanks to its long ears. Even though that, as we learned, the actual bat that's based on does not really use those big ears for anything particularly. The long echo makes it easier to extend combos, making it popular among advanced players as well. However, its slow movement makes it feel like a character that relies on repeatedly dashing, which felt a bit off. As a result, we adjusted Usagi to have a faster initial dash speed. The way it now moves with a hopping motion also adds a rabbit-like charm and is a point of focus. They put a lot of thought and effort in every character. Oh, goodness me, yes, we're going to read about each one. So here's the others. Let me get some water. This is the level of developer effort that I like to see, right? When the developers really do like think about it and readjust and think further and try different things, and like they just want to make the experience polished for the player. I just appreciate that. There's a lot of developers out there that just don't give a crap about that. And this is Echolocaution, Penguin Enjoyer. It's a very, very cute game. Abake. Initially positioned as a hidden character for beginners, Abake can easily avoid enemies with its Doron ability, make it easier to catch insects by scaring and stopping them. However, due to its strategy of gathering and eating many insects at once to create combos, it unintentionally became an advanced bat. That's true. While the strategy was intended and other performance aspects were lowered to prevent it from being too powerful, we wanted beginners to use it more. In the latest version, we boldly improved its movement speed, making it easier to handle. It does handle pretty well. Hollow. As I loved Howl's design, I gave it a performance that suits my personal taste. It is a creator privilege. As a counterpart to the initial hidden character Abake, Haro is positioned for advanced players. Its flashy special ability is to double the bonus while having a shorter combo duration. By the way, that double bonus is quite fun to sort of try to combo off of. When I proposed this, there was an argument with Fuwa that it wasn't natural in terms of setting. We settled on the Halloween-like setting where insects are coated like candy, making both the taste and the bonus delicious. That's a weird way to settle, but fair enough, I guess. That reminds me of the fact that there's actually candy out there you can buy. There's like a lollipop, and there's like a cricket in the middle, like a real cricket. Has anybody seen the bug candy? I don't know the point of that, really. It's kind of, I don't know, like, I mean, bugs are actually quite edible in most cases and pretty good sources of protein, but I don't really know why I'd want one in a lollipop specifically. I feel like it'd be better mixed into a salad or something. I don't know. No thanks, you. That's fair. Tengu. Sometimes first-time players mistook insects for enemies and tried to avoid them. This led to the idea that it might be fun to have a character that could shoot bullets like a shooting game. Tengu's ability to gather insects using wind was born from this concept. Yeah, he kind of has... He's the one character with a projectile attack, so... To prevent it from being too powerful, we adjusted the wind to rise and not continuously gather insects in the same location. Ah, so that's why it arcs upward after a while, to prevent you from being able to gather too many. To compensate for Tengu's weakness to not being able to dash, and match the setting of becoming bolder when wearing a mask, we also came up with a mechanism that accelerates during Echo. Because, yeah, he dons the mask and can accelerate because he can't dash. Yama and Kitty. There was a proposal from Fuwa to introduce the largest species of Hina Bat, Yama Bat, and the small species, Kitty Bat, as new characters. However, there was a problem that it was difficult to create unique abilities based on size alone, so the idea of having them as a two-character set was born, which I think was very smart. Having two characters be one character was kind of neat. When Kitty is set on Yama's head, there's an interesting and satisfying click sound like a gun, which worked well, but was also part of the series of arguments of Fuya. I see the designer and the programmer had several arguments. Designer and artist had a few arguments about the design here. The moment I realized that these two were arguing over realism, that basically the Fuya wants realism, I was like, okay, they had a problem with the shotguns. They had the problem with the reload sound with Yama and Kitty, didn't they? They did. But I think it was also very cute. I like every time that they return to the head, it's like, because you send them out like a projectile. Basically, Yama sends Kitty out almost like a projectile, and then Yama comes back to them and then Kitty comes back to them after a while. So when Kitty returns, there's basically like a because they just, they're ready to get shot again, basically. So it's a silly sound, but I appreciate it. Medora, when proposing a new bass, I was asked for a bass. We're not talking fish right now. I asked for a charming yet unreliable pretty boy character, and I got what I ordered. The concept of the version 3 additional bats, including Kaguya, is gauge management, focusing on accumulating and using Echo. Effectively managing the length of Echo is a fun feature for advanced players. The situation of not being able to fully use Echo to save gauge feels fitting for an unreliable pretty boy. Unreliable pretty boy. I love that combination of words. But I know exactly what anime trope that means, too. I think we all do, honestly. A lot of animes have the unreliable pretty boy. And then we have Kaguya. I begged Fuwa for a cute girl character, and Kaguya was born. As the last hidden character, her concept is straightforwardly strong. Her echo creates a gravitational force, like a full moon, attracting bugs. The combos created by the attraction are incredibly powerful, so her mobility has been significantly reduced to balance her abilities. Her leisurely movement matches Kaguya's gentle personality. She also serves as a relief measure for Madara's somewhat strict unlock requirement of scoring over 400 points. That is fair, actually. She is I guess she is better at that, kind of, scoring the high points. She's not too... I didn't really like playing as her specifically for comboing, but I could see her getting good combos very easily if you know what you're doing. Here we got some more illustrations. We thought that owls, which fly quietly to exploit the weaknesses of bats that rely on their ears, would be the perfect natural predators for bats. As they are not friendly to other species, the bats call them otonashi, derived from the owl's threatening features. Contrary to the design of the bats, we made the appearance of the owls more realistic, so it's easier to recognize them as enemies and feel more fear. We also exaggerated their size considerably. I noticed that. Yes, they're very, very big. Design sketch. Hina becoming food live. Exactly. Then we have the shark claws. Detailing process. Initial design and alternative patterns. I guess that was too cute. As a counterpart to the owls, because yeah, the animals are being represented in the ways the bats see them, kind of speak. You know, like they don't actually look that scary. It's just that's how the bats see them. Basically, is how I kind of imagine it. As a counterpart to the owls, we thought the cats as the natural enemies of the town. While owls attack horizontally, the cats attack vertically. We drew the cats with the image of their eyes shining when they are caught in the light in the darkness. Initially, we considered having cats with various patterns appear, but we decided to only have black cats to not stand out too much. Yeah, that would have been kind of background clutter if they went for the other colors. Fear plays a lot in how you see things. Yep. Color is how things look to you. Mornmare, the core, full body character animation. And the parts. Mornmare, morning plus nightmare. Fun fact about the final form, by the way. Here's the actual sprites for it. I don't know if you noticed, but it's like a heart and an eye, but there's more details than that. The two white dots are actually eyes as well in a way. Look, if you notice here when you hurt it and you defeat it for good, one of the eyes cries. So it's like it's kind of got this like weird little silly face in it too. Making it kind of look like an owl. Especially thanks to the shading on the lower part of the eye slit, I guess. Moonmare is a portmanteau of morning and nightmare. For bats to live in the world of night, the sun might be a strong and unsettling presence. The concept led to the creation of Moonmare. The core of Moonmare, which is its main body, sways like the sun, and its pupils constantly follow you. Oh, interesting. We have some unused sprites here. Let me zoom in on those. Entrance scene materials, unused. Yeah, cat paw. And then cat with eyes, owl, and then owl. Sorry, I cut that off a bit. Oop. Huh, that's interesting. I guess they were unused because they use a different entrance, honestly. They use the one where it kind of is just a mysterious ball at first, and it flies off. And then we got the illusion forms. Design proposal. Let's take a look at this. Okay, that looks pretty cool. they kind of made it more purple, which is purple is scary. I should know. I'm purple. Like how it's both a bat, both an owl and a cat. It's kind of good. So the original design was mixing the two into a cowl, I guess. I don't know. We designed Moonmare's eyes to resemble both the face of an owl and the eyes of a cat. It transforms and attacks by turning to something the bats find terrifying. Oh, thank you, Shadow Reaper, for the follow. We got a lot of follows today. Glad to see it. While we considered having a combined form of an owl and a cat in the concept, we chose the strategy of having it split and transform, considering factors such as the reuse of materials. Yeah, because if it isn't obvious in the Moonmare fight, or sorry, the Mornmare fight, these are just rescanned cats and owls. But that's okay. I think it was used well, especially considering that normally you don't deal with the cats and the owls in the same situation. So that created an interesting mechanic. Though I have to admit, it kind of would have been neat to fight a second form where it was mixing the two forms. That would have been neat. You're welcome. Yeah. It's always nice to have new people around. Oh, then we have the stages. Forest. In the early stages of development, we had the bats living in tree halls and used that as a starting point. However, as the family grew, we felt that a cave would be a better fit, which led to the current design. We thought that just flying through the forest multiple times would become monotonous and tiresome quickly, so we added elements such as shooting stars and weather changes to make it a stage where you could feel secure in your daily life while also enjoying new discoveries. I guess that's also where the collection stuff came in. All the pride. Every bit of pride. Let's see here. Treetops. Good stuff. And then we have town. This is what I used for the thumbnail in the first part because I liked it. For them, when thinking about a dangerous place different from the forest, it would undoubtedly be the human inhabited town. It's full of unfamiliar things, noisy, and feels like a place they should not visit. I chose the local scenery as the motif. There are often bats flying around, and it's not too far from the forest. One thing they can't do in the forest, but can in the town, is hunt the insects that gather around streetlights. Although it would be terrible for us to stick our faces in a nighttime street, for the bats it would be a dream feast. It is said that there are not a few bats that are fascinated. There are not a few bats that are fascinated and never return. Regardless of the reason, it seems to be a place where Mama doesn't want her children to go. So they actually based the town on a place they actually live at. That's kind of neat. And given the building style, I would say it's probably an older Japanese town. Then we have Mornmare's stage, which has a very Picasso feel in the background, I must say. Ooh, there's some concept art here, too. Initially, I'd only conceived of a dark atmosphere, but it was a bit too plain and lacked charm and novelty. During our team discussion, someone suggested that if it's a dream, we could be bolder, so we used Van Gogh's Starry Night. See, I knew Starry Night. It definitely had a Starry Night feel. In fact, if you guys remember, there is a Super Mario... what was it? Was it one of the 3D... It was... No, was it Super Mario Brothers Wii U? I think it was the Wii U version. New Super Mario Brothers Wii U. That had a Starry Night stage. I don't know why it did. It just kind of did. Had the same kind of background detail. As a result, the sparkling and eerie feelings coexisted nicely. So, night sky of star-shaped stars. Star-shaped stars! Well, I'm glad they used star-shaped stars. That's a good shape for stars. From there, by making the sky undulate and having the stars beat, we were able to create a stage that had a sense of madness and fun, not just scariness. Alright, Shadow Reaper? Shadow Reaper, you don't need to spam emotes so much. That's enough of that, please. You're just doing the same emotes over and over again. I don't quite understand the point of that. Oh, look at this design proposal. It's like upside down buildings with eyes. Results. The results screens. Comparison of result screens as time goes. Yeah, I can kind of tell that, given that you repeated all of the emotes for that community 4 times. I would imagine you support it. I do too, but maybe my support's not quite as constant, I suppose. I don't know what the word I'd use is for this. Comparison results screen. So version 1, very basic, rudimentary. Version 2 added more happy bats. That's always a good thing. Version 3, Mama praises, confetti flutters, and then version 2.0 gets more fun. More fun. That's cool. What else we got? Oh, 4-leaf clovers are mixed. Oh, so the confetti changes based on your score. You have standard, you have lucky score because you got 3 numbers that are all the same for their score, which mixes in 4-leaf clovers. I actually didn't notice that. I didn't notice that before. That's kind of cool. Confetti for 400 points or more. Star-shaped confetti is mixed in. Slightly joyful. Neat. 500 points or more, golden glitter. Essential accomplishment. I've never noticed the glitter change based on my scoring progress. That's actually a very cool and subtle detail. And then we have the entrance to home background. While most of the handmade items are made by the Shirohira, the scoreboards were created by all the children together. The scoreboards are physical in this world then. Okay, and they were made by all the bats together. Among the children, there was a trend to compete with each other in hunting skills based on their original rules, so the scoreboard was created for that purpose. Initially, we considered having Mama and Shiro celebrate differently depending on the score, but since it's a personal activity for the children, we thought it wouldn't be right for Mama to change her reaction based on the results. So no matter the outcome, Mama praises them for returning safely. That's a really mom thing to do, though. They're gonna celebrate what their children did regardless of the score. That makes more sense that way, honestly. The Shirohira, who understand the rules, seem to celebrate by changing the confetti according to the score. That's fair. We have some menu icons. For the menu screen, we aimed for a design where users could roughly understand the options without reading any explanations, by displaying large illustrations instead of text. We think it turned out to be a good menu, and as the bats follow the cursor around cutely, and you can also see what bat you have selected. Yeah. We've got the stage icons. We use large illustrations for the stage icons to make them easily recognizable at a glance. As a playful touch, we added an interaction where the eyes of the enemy is open when the cursor is placed over them. I noticed that, and that's actually kind of neat, I thought. Just a nice little extra touch. We got some other menu icons. Initially, there was only a small tutorial icon, but we added the home exploration feature. We decided to organize the menu and redraw the icons. Since it became bigger, we could add more detailed expressions, but I still like the rabbit peeking through the gap in the old version. I like the old version too, that's cute. And we have the achievement icons, which, by the way, these are adorable achievement icons. Some of the best achievement icons, I'd say. One of the fun parts of developing for Steam release was implementing achievements. I like games with well-drawn achievement icons, so I worked hard on them for this game as well. As at the time of release, there was only the forest stage, so achieving over 500 points was a high difficulty achievement. Is it easier the city? Maybe it is. Some of these icons were discarded. Perhaps old achievements that were not implemented into the game? 777 became triple score because it's easier to hit a result of three numbers when you have more than just 7s to work with. So I don't know about these other two here. And this is the fat icon for getting a lot of bugs. I think the one you actually use is better, but I do like how big the belly is on the unused one. Then we have the scoreboard for the rankings. And I'm not going to go over this. You can look at it yourself. Not information display, leave a lot of empty space, increase the density. Achievements were located here at one point. Oh, that's kind of interesting, actually. More stages of characters were added. They all became more challenging. Places of important information ran in the center. Many icons were also used. You know, we don't appreciate UI design. It takes a while to organize a good menu. It really does. It's kind of neat that they have these pages, even if it's not super exciting. Like, it's still kind of interesting to see how the UI design does take work. With each update, the number of bats and stages increased, and there was so much information to display, the layout became quite the challenge. Initially, playtime was also displayed here, but a bug caused playtime to increase abnormally, and even after fixing it, there was a discrepancy with Steam's playtime, so we decided to remove it altogether. After twists and turns, the achievements between a separate screen, and ultimately I believe the ranking screen has become an easy-to-view layout for displaying the desired information. For the background, we use a tessellization created with a bat motif. I like that. Look at this tessellization, actually. I'm really fond of that, now that I look at it more carefully. That would be a nice background, just like a desktop background or something. I like that. That's really cleverly done, actually. Because I don't know if you noticed, but the feet of one bat are used for the ears of another bat, and so on. It's a good tessellization right there. Then we have the title screen. The draft version. Very simple, but I kind of like the O in it. Echolocaution is a portmanteau of echolocation and caution. Or, yeah, echolocaution. When designing on the title, I thought of a word that would not overlap and would have a globally understood meaning. It conveys that it's a game about being cautious of echolocation, and has the abbreviation Echolocaution has a cute ring to it. I think we gave it a good name. The title screen design they aim for simplicity, creating an image that invites players to sneak a peek into the world of bats. The logo represents an owl with Olo. Oh, I see it. I didn't even notice that. I was wondering why the O's were so... Oh, yeah, there's eyes in them, too. Yeah, Olo has the owl. That's kind of clever. And a bat with a U, yes. I kind of see it. There's a playful sequence where the U laughs, the Olo glances at it, and then the U quiets down. I don't think I noticed that animation. Is that when you start up the game? Let me see. I just want some attention from my favorite YouTuber streamer. Is there a start animation? Oh, right there. There is. It's it's like a bat mouth. Yeah, I didn't really look at the logo, but look at the logo here for a second. Oh, wait, you can't see it. Hold. Please hold. Okay, so if you look at the logo for a second, I didn't even really notice this. I noticed the animation, but I didn't really pay attention to it. So the owl, so the O and L and O are an owl, and the U is a bat. So the bat laughs, the owl blinks and looks over. Ooh, what was that? That's actually quite a cute animation. I did not pay attention to that before. All right, back to our regularly scheduled reading. Okay. Again, so many little details for this. And then character change. Ah, yes, how this was improved. Yeah, started out very simple. Overall impression dark. Strength represented by stars. More information displayed, including the score. And the file version of the colors are fine, making it bright and cute. Yep. Add mini icons, make it easier to choose characters. Bad encyclopedia. Even this gets updated from a list to a detail screen. Well, actually, yeah, that's just how it looks in the final. Perimeter icons. Yep. Wait, hold on. Why are there oh, right, wait, why are there mini icons for the owl, Sheerhero, mom, cat, and Mornmare? I don't think... Wait, were those used anywhere? Oh, they were used at the bottom of the character detail screen. Okay. They're quite cute, honestly, for being evil. Well, the Mornmare is evil, at least. And then we have the collection. We chose items the bats could barely bring back, and that we personally liked. We changed the design of the unmeltable ice because we thought it would be strange to pick up raw stones as lost items. The motif of the night flower is based on a flower called Gao, which is chosen because of a past design of a bat character with the same motif. Oh, maybe something scrapped? And the town collection. Having used up quite a bit of material in the forest, we struggled to make collectible in the town. In addition to owl feathers and cat bells, there are many items designed as pairs, such as tree nuts, insect shells, and gemstones. Developing the home exploration feature at the same time helped us come up with fun gimmick items to display, like music boxes and windmills. Yeah, I noticed that the first set of items were not really interactable in the cave, but some of the second selection for the town were interactable, like the music box and cat bell and stuff like that. Kind of feels like I think they didn't have the cave while they had the forest stage, so the collection items for the forest were a little more simple, but then they had the cave exploration segment for the town collection stuff. So for when they were developing the collection for the town, they thought of the cave more. Also, Reaper, that's fair. I do recommend not trying to push for my attention. Like, it's definitely great to say hi and I'm willing to talk to people, but if they spam something to get attention, I don't appreciate that. Just let you know. Attention should be earned, not through irritation, but through interest. You know? But then we have the menu for the collection, which brown start out brown color scheme, change window materials, add contrast. Fair enough. Collection frames have become box shaped, giving a feeling of being carefully stored. I do like the fact that it actually looks like it's in a box. I didn't even notice that before. Collection frame, old collection frame new. When I was a child, I used to pick up strange stones and glass pieces on my way home from school and put them in a dedicated jar. I thought the bat children would surely bring back unfamiliar objects they encountered too. I decided to create a feature where you could see each individual's reaction, thinking it would definitely be fun. In the end, it was incredibly difficult. Yeah, writing that much dialogue for every single character, for every single item, it must have taken a while. They did a good job, though. I enjoyed reading them out. Also, that's very wholesome. So they used to pick up stones and glass pieces on his way home from school when they were a kid and put them in a jar, and that inspired this idea. You know, stuff like this is why I like Japanese developers. A lot of them put their heart into it and are like, yeah, I did this when I was a kid, so I thought it'd be fun to implement it in a video game. And that's just honestly very wholesome. And I like that. I like the number of developers that literally take something from their childhood and implement it into a game. There's actually I've heard a lot of stories like that actually. Including some famous Nintendo developers. Spelunk. Oh hey, it's a full map of the cave. Well, half of it. It shows the secret room in case you don't know it's there. And here's the other half, probably. Yep. It's also the secret area, kind of. Secret path here. So, this mode was added as a place to experiment with what can be done in Unity, aiming for something that would expand the play of the collection. Yeah, it did kind of feel like an experimentation for the developers, because there's like all these different objects you can interact with different ways. So I guess they just kind of experimented in this. That's kind of neat. As a result of coming up with and adding necessary rooms on a whim, it ended up being incredibly spacious. Since Mom is diurnal, she uses a room with plenty of natural light. Oh yeah, flying foxes are indeed not diurnal, which is the opposite of nocturnal if you're not aware. Most people are diurnal, basically up during the day. Nearby is Shirihira's workshop, and beyond that's the children's room. There's also a food storage area near the underground water source, but it's so damp, the mushrooms grow there as well. Was there mushrooms? I don't remember seeing mushrooms. Was there mushrooms in the storage room for food? It's right here. Let's see. Oh yeah, there are some mushrooms here and there. Well, it's just more food. It's fine. In the hidden room at the bottom left, Shirihira and the others prepare impressive statues depending on your high score. Ah yes, I guess they are crafting everything in the cave, so it makes sense they made the statues. We got a fucking... Here's a tile set if you want to use this in your game. And the statues in all their different forms. Some watercolor concept art. And some interactions. Oh, hey, I didn't realize the doll can wink at you. That's interesting. Or blink and wink. The doll's alive. What is this unused thing? What a strange thing. What is that? That's strange. It's like a bug statue or something. Huh. We have some UI stuff here. Life design was initially too dark for the screen, not cute enough, so it was designed to be more pop and compact. The echo gauge is a slightly unusual gauge that extends from the center, but since it was easy to understand the change in echo size intuitively, it was left as it is. Yeah, it makes sense. It extends from the center, so you can kind of tell when it's about to empty out really easily. Actually, I kind of like gauges that empty for the center. They're kind of more like it's easier to quickly glance up and look at them to figure out where they are, because you can have two sides of the bar to look at to figure out the progress of it. It's kind of nice. Unused design for echo gauge. Looks like a Wi-Fi signal. Available conversation icon, conversation stop icon. Yeah. All the little sprites, all of them. Sharing everything in the start book. Collection, Bat Edition. Sparkle. Okay, unused materials. Ooh, unused materials. The initial designs of the first 3 main characters, as well as, I'm not sure, maybe Tengu? Early design? Wi-Fi bat. Then it's some weird colors. Okay. Character accessory. Oh my god. So at one time were they maybe considering that you could equip like hats to your bats and stuff? What do we want to bet the Fuya? Fuya said no because it's not realistic. Oh, some neat background material too. Oh, it's another tessellation. Let me take a look. It's another bat tessellation. I like this one. I see where the other one was used though. The other one's better. I like this one too. Opening storyboard. So it was originally going to be a storyboard when Mom landed, I guess. Opening Birds and Beasts. We considered adding multiplayer elements. Oh, interesting. Such as 2-player colors and accessories. I guess that's what these are. They were not implemented in the end. If there's an opportunity somewhere in the future, we might use them. In the early stages, there were also ideas like having Hina, who can't move in the opening, find Mom approaching with Echo and meet her, or showing the battle between birds and beasts in a legend-like manner. Oh yeah, there was like a story, like a little bedtime story that the game started with, talking about how birds and beasts warred back in the past. Oh yeah, I can recount it. I remember what it was. There was like an old little story that Mom told the little bats that birds and beasts used to fight back in the day, and bats were basically playing both sides, because bats were kind of beasts because they're mammals, but bats were kind of birds because they have wings. So they like supported the beasts and then they supported the birds. But then when the war was all done, the bats were hated by both the birds and the beasts, and they were outcast, and that's why they have to go live in caves, because they're basically, if you play both sides, neither side will respect you. So that was the story, the legend of the bats and the birds and the beasts. I was actually wondering if that legend would come into play in game, but it really doesn't. It's just kind of a background story that starts the game. It's kind of neat, even if it isn't used in game. It's a neat little legend. Instruction manual. Poster. Available on Steam. And then the credit graphics, we see those. Unused illustrations. Doodles. Oh no. Haru is in danger. Has his I am in danger face. Is that a plushie? What's he crying over? He dropped something. Ha, honey. I like everybody wants to use a spoon, and then Hollow is just like, yeah, let me dig in. Utensils are not needed for him. Unused character, Chisui Bat. Ooh. Contrary to the common image, this is a rare blood-sucking bat. We considered having it appear in a special mode, where the goal would be to avoid insects and fly as long as possible, but we didn't end up implementing the feature. Actually, would have been cool to have like a vampire bat in the game. Not as a playable character, probably, because, that's not bug eating, but just around somewhere. Would have been cool to have one of them. And then unused character, Mizori Bat. This bat has a single groove in the center of its face. Its sleek appearance made it look cool, so we considered introducing it in a master-like position. Oh, it does look kind of neat, though. I guess didn't really fit in. Mom was, like, when it comes to mentors or whatever, Mom was a better choice, I'd say. This one's pretty cool, too, though. And then we have the afterword. We're almost done here. Fuya says, thank you for purchasing the setting material collection for Echolocaution this time. During the game's development, I was mainly focused on creating graphics as needed, but looking back and compiling everything, I can't help but feel sentimental about how much I've drawn. Although the game is small scale, the fact that it's gone through so many updates and become a satisfying work to play is all thanks to everyone who loved the bats in this game. I started creating Echolocaution as a completely hobbyist game while also learning Unity. I've always liked bats. I didn't know much about them. And I started this project because it was easier to create a game without the need for gravity settings and such. Flying is easier than dealing with gravity. However, the more I researched, the deeper the charm of bats became, and only a small portion of that is represented in this game. Even though I noticed that. I did notice there was a bat passion going on. It was most clear in the bios since it listed actual descriptions of what the bats in real life were like and stuff. So I could see the passion coming through there. Even so, I'd like to think that there are quite a few people who have become interested in bats through this game. Well, I hope so too. In this material collection, I have commented on various aspects that couldn't be covered in the game, so please enjoy the expanded world of Echolocaution. With the development of this game completed for now, I plan to move on to the next title. I'd be grateful if you could continue to support Hakobaya's activities in the future. Good night. I do wonder what they're going to develop next. I'm a little curious. They clearly have a passion. I would like to play whatever they do next. Kagehito says, when I first got excited about creating the setting material collection, I thought it would be about 20 pages at most. But look at it now. 68 pages. Oh, one more, man. You could have had the meme number. It's quite an impressive amount of material for a bite-sized game. I'm full. Also, one second. Also, I'm full? Impressive amount of material for a bite-sized game. It's bite-sized, but very filling. I left all the graphics to Fuya, and looking at them again, they're amazing dots. They're amazing dots, cute and perfectly expressed in the world. Well, all art ultimately gets brought down to pixels on a computer, so I guess they are amazing dots. Echolocaution started as a small-scale title with the goal of experiencing the game release process at least once. However, more people enjoyed than expected, so we continue to update the game and worked on development to please our fans. Of course, this material collection is one of those efforts. Put a lot of effort into the design, so I hope you enjoy it. And let's end with a good old Haru, huh? I think it's the last page? Yeah. Bat research report. If you have any questions regarding the contents of the book, please contact me. Okay, fair enough. They have a Gmail. And we'll end with this picture, though. Ears. Highly sensitive ears that can handle a wide range of frequencies. Kawaii. All. Muscles. Impressive muscles for flapping. Wings. Wings with both elasticity and durability. And claws. Powerful claws strong enough to hang and rest. Analysis of important details. But, yeah, that is all I have, honestly. The entirety of what I wanted to share with you guys. The extra content for Echolocaution. I hope you guys enjoyed this and the Bat Research Report and all that. I think that was pretty fun to look through. I like little art books like this. You guys might remember I checked out the Spyro art book, the official Spyro Reignited Trilogy art book, which I purchased. I actually have it as hardcover. We looked that over, geez, like 2.5 years ago now. Longer than that, actually. That was fun to look at, too. But, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed Echolocaution's little extra episode. And again, if you didn't catch part 1, it's up on YouTube. Go check it out. It's a really fun little game, and you should definitely check it out if you like bats or cute things in general. But in any case, I hope you all have enjoyed, and we'll be checking out more cute games in the future. Maybe even some more cute bat games in the future if I can find some. I guess we'll see.